The Going Way Back Show with Money B. Classic hip hop, raw and uncut.
It's the Going Way Back Show with Money B, your home for classic hip hop, raw and uncut. And as always, we are sponsored exclusively by dumerch.com and 90shiphop.com, where you get your officially licensed digital underground and classic 90s hip hop artists merchandise. Got a great show today, as always. I'm pleased to be joined by a good friend of mine, a legend in the game. You know him originally, NOG and the Bulldogs, but here live in the flesh is my man, my guy, NOG. What up with you, fam?
Peace, peace. What's up, fam? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How you living out there in Beantown?
Beantown is good, man. You know, lockdown still everywhere. I mean, we ain't really, back to any kind of normalcy, but it's good.
Word. And then, speaking of Beantown, one of the reasons that sparked my mind to reach out to you, man, I saw the video that you did with Brady Watt, and it's got like all the. Is it Boston or is it just the New England area? All of them?
Yeah, it's kind of New England. It's New England. It's a few cats on there from Boston and the cats from Lawrence, which is kind of north of Boston, about 45 minutes, and New Hampshire, because Brady Watt's from New Hampshire.
Okay, so talk about how that record came together. Like, have you been rocking with Brady Watt for a while? Or
nah, I haven't been rocking with him for that long. Actually, shout out to my man, Big Rob, Boston Rob. He plugged me with him because he lives in Lowell, which is close to New Hampshire, and he was out in Cali and into him. We got on the phone. I had knew of him and what he had been doing, but I didn't know him, and then I didn't know he was from out here. You know what I'm saying? So that was the kind of link. And then we talked about doing one of his videos whenever he got back out this way. And then he said he was working on an album. He wanted me to jump on. I'm like, yeah, send it, And it's just that simple. You know how we work. I mean, somebody that you appreciate their work, send you something and you on it. You just knock it out. It's not a thing. So, I didn't know who he said, Term was going to be on there and a couple of people, but I didn't know, how it was going to all turn out. Big Suge. It turned out dope. It's a really dope record.
It is a dope record. And besides from, I was happy to see Big Suge on there as always. But aside from Big Suge, I wasn't really familiar with the rest of the MCs. Who are they? Like,
the one guy that I don't know if you've seen the video.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the video, then it would be kind of hard to explain who they are. But I think the one guy is from New Hampshire. Another guy, Millie's, I know him. He's from Cambridge, which is close to Boston, basically Boston, just another city outside the city. Big Suge, of course. This other younger cat, Michael Christmas, is on there. Another dude, Slain. And who else is on there? Sam Adams. So it's a collection of kind of young, old, new, in between. You know what I'm saying? And all of the above, man. It's really like all of the cats that Brady liked and had wanted to work with from out here.
And like you said, you said it was a mix of everything, right? And one thing that I noticed off the bat, it was diverse racially. And the reason that I noticed that because Boston and just New England is known for being really a racially divided area.
Yeah.
So, talk about that a little bit. I know in hip hop we don't give a fuck. We just rock.
Yeah,
how we rock.
Hip hop crosses the boundaries, man. So that's the thing that kind of really, brought us all together. Because if it wasn't for hip hop, none of us would have knew each other. Maybe me and Suge, because
right.
But probably that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I mean, Boston, I think it's definitely gotten way better from what it was when I was growing up in the
Right.
70s. And we had the busing and everybody across the country seeing the white guy like trying to stab the black dude with a American flag. That's like an iconic picture. Google it about Boston racism. So it was really bad, but we've changed a lot. There's a lot of diversity here now. Of course, the city is gentrified. It's only number 3 behind y'all, Frisco. I know you down in Southern Cali, but Frisco, New York, Boston for rent in the country.
Oh
So
man.
it's being gentrified insanely. Like new buildings, new construction, it's going crazy right now.
Well, is Roxbury where you from? Roxbury where you from? Is that an area that they're gentrifying and trying to move people out?
Oh
Like, 'cause
yeah.
I don't know geographically where it sits as far as a place to be.
Very, here is basically the last part of the city that has empty lots.
Okay.
They got empty lots everywhere, and they're building on every empty lot. I mean, the average 2-bedroom is around 20, almost 2,500 in the hood.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You know what I mean? So of course
Hey,
you experienced it first. Y'all were the first in the country to experience that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And yeah, it's everywhere now. I mean, especially all along the East Coast, and Boston is no different now. It's actually it's insane, man. So yeah, a lot of people can't afford to live in the hood anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because even in like you said, San Francisco, my dad was living there in the Fillmore district. That's where JT the Bigger Figure
Yeah,
and
I know about
Rapping
Fillmore.
Forte and all of that.
Come on, I
Oh,
know.
they trying to hit for like five G's a month for one bedroom. The building my dad was living in. It's crazy.
It's insane, man. It's insane. So, we have that problem, man. But yeah, I think like overall, we've really through hip hop and in sports, those are the main 2 things that kind of took down a lot of the racial animus that was going on, throughout the years here.
Right. So feeling like all of that is coming together and things have been getting better. What was your sentiment when the whole stuff came about with um what's his name? Not from New Kids, not the what's it?
Marky
Not
Mark,
Johnny, but the Mark
Marky
Wahlberg
Mark,
and his old comments
and
about this, that, and other.
yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean,
Right.
he's from the era.
Yeah.
Like he's the same age as us. You understand? So I mean that's not shocking to me. It might be shocking to them or people who never thought, but white that's how
well,
we were back in the days.
yeah, no, especially knowing the area that he's from is notorious, right? But I'm more or less um, from the opposite side of it. You know where it comes from, and it's really true to where he's from. But the fact that he tried to walk it back is like, come on, bro,
Yeah,
don't front.
stand up to it, apologize, and move on. It's a simple thing to do.
Uh,
Don't dance around it. Just be a man. But for
Word.
him, I never really messed with him neither like that. We had a big battle back in like not a rap battle, but we were battling for these Boston Music Awards. That was the
Mhm.
biggest thing in the city back in the days. It was huge. And so me and him were up for album of the year and song of the year. And I beat him like every time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then he came up after and was like, he wanted to kind of merge with me against RSO and Benzino and them in a way. Like, yo, we should,
Gosh.
you know, not to saying that because they was pressing him hard in the city.
Yeah.
He was
So
running it.
he needed somebody.
Yeah. So he wanted to link up, and I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I should have linked up though, because those tours would have been
Oh
mucho.
yeah.
I wasn't thinking.
Even
I was just thinking
even now.
on the hood level. You know, not as a businessman, as a kid.
Right. Yeah, because even now, like before the pandemic, new kids is hitting it, and Naughty and I think Naughty and Salt and Pepper killing the game,
Yeah,
touring with
yeah.
them.
I mean, I used to break dance with Danny from New
Is that right?
Kids. We we was in a organization called RAR. It was Rock Against Racism. It was a dope
Uh-huh.
organization. It had all the boys, and we used to do shows and stuff. So I knew him from way back too. But they cool cats, man. Most of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually, I'm linked with Scotty and them guys from the Funky Bunch.
Yep, yep.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
they
you
all
fuck with
good
them or
guys.
not.
Man. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. I know.
But let's
You know,
let's take it back to the beginning, since since we're talking about that, and Boston hip hop, and kind of like how you got in the game. Now I know, but some of the people don't know about how you got in, and awesome too. Was it Teddy Tat or Special K, your cousin?
yeah, both of them.
Oh, both of them. Shit.
Yeah, they're
All right.
cousins.
Well, okay. Well, talk about talk about it. Because some of my audience don't know how you actually got in the game. I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah, well, you know, I found out through my grandmoms that I had cousins by marriage, because my grandmoms had married their uncle. Um, and you know, long story short, in about '86, I found out Ted had came up here and did a show. He was DJing for the Real Rock Scene. I was like, oh, that's my cousin. Wow. Oh. And I was
Ah,
amped. And I started sending them my demos from about '86 on. I would send them demos. They're like, nah, nah, nah. And then '89, I sent them. I went out there and hung out with them for the weekend. Went to the Latin
mhm.
Quarter, Roxy. I got to experience like hip hop in its essence at the time. This was '89. So, you know, it was insane for me. And I sent them a demo after that, and they loved it and they shopped it. And the first people they shopped it to wanted to sign me. So it was like, you know, amazing for me.
It's like boom, boom, bam.
Yeah, man. It was like, wow, you know, we got signed. Wow. Somebody really
Word.
wants to get a record deal, an actual, that was the goal of all of us back then, get a record deal. Like,
Right.
so,
And wasn't so be a father to your child. Was that the first single?
nah, I gotta have it.
Or was I Gotta Have It?
Yeah, then Bugaboo, which
Then
Destiny's
Bugaboo.
Child over. So y'all
Uh,
know the Bugaboo song that Destiny's Child did is originally from me, to let the audience
Word.
know.
Did you get chipped off of that or what?
Nah,
What
I did
happened?
not get tipped off of that, man. I'm still kind of working on that. I gotta get a good lawyer.
Oh yeah, the chat room is asking how was that? They was asking how's that check, but
Yeah, I
you
didn't
didn't
get
get it
no
yet.
check from Miss Bay yet, man. But hopefully we can work something out. For that song. They got enough. They could break me off something. It would be small to them,
or
big to me.
just let you open up one of their tours and you'll get it all
Oh
back,
yeah,
right?
anything to make up for it. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real, I remember that too. Like what I'm saying, when Destiny Child thing came out, I was like, wait a minute, that was, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
mean, there's no other Bugaboo song before that, and
Yeah, you invented it.
yeah, theirs is after, and they actually sang it how I sang the hook too. So that's what's really
Yeah, you
crazy.
bugging me, you bugging you, right?
Exactly,
So
exactly.
I mean, so that's an automatic. I mean, that's automatically like an infringement, right? So you should be.
Yeah, I
Why
mean it
wasn't
is.
that? Why wasn't it? Why wasn't it just clear and simple? Like, yo, you use my shit,
I
or
mean,
did you?
yeah, back then, man, too, even when it came out, still no great lawyer to really go in and take it
Uh-huh.
and pursue it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ted and them, we did something, um, and then the time had ran out.
Yeah, 7 years.
Yeah, but they have since, re-released many times on greatest hits and all of that. So it's open.
Yeah, no, I feel your pain. I'm going through the same thing. right?
Yeah,
You know, you
yeah,
miss out on that original, but if you set it for now, then moving forward, because you know, like you can't chase what already happened, but you
yeah,
do want to get
exactly.
it straight so that moving forward. There was comments. Tanti just let me know that chat room is saying that Beyonce she take everybody's stuff, but this is what I'll say about Beyonce, which is dope. Her and I think I'm trying to think who there was another artist before that started it. You know, like any song that she sings, you have to give her writer's credit. So when you look on her albums and it says co-produced or co-written by Beyonce, she don't write it, but that's just like if you want to get on, I need cut me in
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's where all the money is.
yeah, exactly, exactly,
And then she can take people's stuff because she's like, if they ain't got no lawyer, I got hella lawyers.
exactly. Like, so you know how that goes, but hopefully down the line, man, we could really square that away. That would be nice.
Yeah, and then even on top of that, man, I think it's just it's and I don't want to speak for you, but I would think that it's there's some sort of comfort knowing that your music was appreciated that enough that they would bring it back like that, or
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Because I was
Because
like, it's almost
you
like,
know,
damn, Beyonce know that.
yeah, exactly. And you know that song for us when we did release that, that was the second single, and it was more of a like younger kitty kind of song. Like the kids, little kids loved it at the time.
Yeah, Bugaboo.
You know what I mean? It was like a real funny video, and you know, a lot of colors and stuff, man. So kids like that, man. And we performed at a lot of like middle schools and high
So you got
school.
you got the run off, you got the run out of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was like, you know, it was definitely for a younger audience. So I think she was around that time and one of those
Probably because
kids.
I do remember when it was out. Um, like I got to have it was that shit, right? And then
Yes.
Bugaboo came out, and I just do remember the saying. I knew that it was a catchy, it was a dope saying, but I don't think that it was like, like you said, for maybe the older crowd or whatever, it didn't like resonate as much. So I'm
Yeah, of
glad that you
course,
said
of
that
course. It didn't.
it did
We
that.
did bad kid shows with that song. So it
Word.
worked. You know
So
what I'm saying?
yeah, okay. So it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
then
I
when
didn't
you
really actually know what it was going to do. I back then, you know, we agreeing on the singles, but we not picking the singles.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So they like
So
this should be the single. You're like, all right, cool. Fuck with it.
yeah, I mean, I like the song. I like all the songs. You know, you like every song you did,
Yeah,
especially back then. You thought everything was a hit, so it didn't matter what song it was. You know what I'm saying?
word. But then the one that killed it for me, um, be a father to your child. And when I really think about it, it kind of for that time, it reminds me that, because when Tupac put out Brenda's Got a Baby,
Yep,
everybody was like, man, how could he make that a single? It's not a party record, it's not this, it's not that, it's just some real shit. But your record was actually the first version of that.
of
You know what I
course.
mean?
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
of of actually, it was a responsible record. And it was a responsible record that wasn't about, like what was me in the ghetto or this is how hard it is. It's like,
yeah,
no, stand up and do something. And talk
exactly.
about the decision, one, to make that record, and then two, to have enough, I don't know, like courage to just jump out with a record like that because everybody wanted to be in the party and in the club and
Yeah. See,
and
for
do it
me,
like that.
as far as those records went, like those three singles, I Gotta Have It was our party joint. So we knew
Right.
we had the party with that. Bugaboo was the
Hmm.
funny joint, and then Be a Father was serious, and it was a message that, especially, from the 80s up to the early 90s and all of that, that needed to be said because you had no black fathers that wanted to take care of their kids or Latino fathers. It was just cool for us not to be responsible. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt it was something that definitely needed to be talked about. And you know, the label agreed, and Lionel C. Martin shot the video. Shout out to Lionel. And you know, it made the point, man. It really, the video really brought it home. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And isn't it amazing that that record and lyrics and everything are still relevant to this day?
Exactly, man. I mean, you know, we as artists, obviously, me and you know, we always wanted to make timeless music and stuff, but you never
Yeah.
really consciously thought about it. And then now, you know, we coming up on 30 years next year for those records. I gotta have it, Bugaboo and all of that, be a father. Um, you know, who would have thought 30 years later? You know, it'll be a
Mhm.
classic records, have classic records, have, you know, stuff that kind of put us all on the map, and you know, to doing what we still doing today, man. So I would have never thought, you know what I'm saying? But I'm so happy, and you know, I thank God I'm blessed, man, to be able to have done it, and you know, continue to do it.
Word. And I can't imagine that there would be, but did you ever get any blowback from like some deadbeat dads? Like, yo, man, you put me on Front Street.
You know what? Nah, never, man. The response for that record, I swear to you, was always great, man. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody never came and was like, "Yo, what the hell you talking about?" You know, nothing.
Right.
Everybody was always like, "Yeah," because it was kind of shocking, especially for hip
Yeah.
hop in the beat on MTV and BT, and you know,
Word.
the box and all of these different video networks around the country playing every day, playing on the radio every day. You know, people were like, "Whoa!" So
And
nah,
then
people really didn't have nothing bad to say, man.
and then you add on top of it just the samples in the track with all the jazz and the sax and the
Yeah,
horns and
Roy
shit. It
is,
was just
man.
like,
Roy is, and I ended up meeting him in Japan. We did it.
okay,
He performed the night before we performed, and we went to his show, and then he came to our show, and he was like, "Thank you for the Be a Father record." Like he loved it, and
oh
to
word,
yes, for the guy that I sampled, you know what I'm saying, to tell me he loves the record, it was amazing, man.
yeah, that's a blessing on top of the blessing, right?
Yeah, man. Like it doesn't get any better.
Right, and a lot of people don't know the rich hip hop history that Boston has. You know, like you said, with the Almighty RSO and
Yeah,
Gangstar. Like, who
yeah.
were your influences when you were coming up? Like, what was the Boston scene like before you got on, and who was it that you kind of wanted to emulate, or like, yo, that you could see in the area and
Yeah,
feel like, yo, I can do this.
there was this cat named MC Fantasy, and there was this crew named the Slaughter Crew back in the you know, early 80s, man. These guys were amazing, like way ahead of their time, rapping and DJing. Like they was just super dope. So their tapes used to definitely inspire me. Um, and you know, we used to have a lot of battles back in the days here where you would
Uh,
actually have RSO was one of the main crews who used to battle everybody. So I went to a
right,
lot of those battles back in the days, man. They were amazing, packed, jam packed at the skating rinks. Um, just super dope. And you know, local guys like those. This other guy named Infrared. He was one of the influences. You know, to make me want to actually start rapping, writing
mm,
rhymes because I was a b-boy at the time. So,
yeah,
you know, that guy, he freaking, I seen him rocking at the skating rink, man, and me and my man went home and wrote rhymes that night. So all of the local cats, man, there was a lot of dope groups back then, BK Crew, and then I joined one of the crews. It was called FTI Crew, Fresh to Impress. I joined them in
okay,
like '85. Um, so yeah, man, it was a real fun time, man, because it was also new.
right. And a lot of people that they like, there's a lot of people, and Tom Teasy, who's on here, is one of them. she only knows, and a lot of people only know Benzino like from the reality shows and everything,
Yeah,
but they don't know about the Almighty RSO, man. They was notorious. Like,
yeah,
talk
man.
about that.
I mean,
They was cutting people up.
yeah, they basically, they was the Suge Knights of
Yeah, they was
Boston.
the NWA, the Suge Knight.
To give you LA people and West Coast people and an analogy. I mean, yeah, man, they had the town on, lock because it was just too many of them. You know what I'm saying? So
was they from your area? No.
nah, they were from Dorchester and Mattapan, where Big Sugar's from. Mattapan, that's another section,
Okay.
black section of Boston, and they were from there, man, and they just had a lot of people with them, and all the music was hardcore. They had a lot of different gangs under them, and running with them collectively. So, yeah, man, people were scared of them. You know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying?
every
Back in the
time it's like
days.
every time I heard their name, it was some sort of damage attached to it.
Yeah, it was always damaged. And you know what? To be honest, it wasn't the group. It wasn't Benzino and them. It was mainly, all of the other kind of cats that they had around them. They had some real gangsters with them. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't contain themselves. And a lot of fresh
Yeah,
out of jail dudes that just
and I
go
actually
crazy.
got to
So
see it up. I got to see it up close one time, right? I was at the and I told Benzino this too. I got to get him on the show to talk about it. But I was at the what was that conference that used to be in Miami? Jack the Rock? No, How Can I Be Down?
Jack,
Something like that.
I got me down. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it was like '96, and I was down there, and I'm at this club, and I think Fat Joe is performing, and RSO was on the bill. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I know Fat Joe was on the stage, and all of a sudden this motherfucker come out with a chair, just wow, hit him with a chair. Then shit just started going crazy. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
For one, Fat Joe was that guy too, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
And just you know what I mean, just
It had
that
to be
sort
a
of
melee,
clash.
a clash like just a melee of all thugs going
Yeah,
at thugs.
yeah. It was the super thug fest, and I was just like,
I
it's
can
time for me
only
to
imagine.
go.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. Yeah, so the '80s was those times, man. And the Almighty RSO, they was definitely one of the main groups out of Boston, one of the first groups after like I think they might even had the deal before me. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's I was going to ask, and I know one thing they did though. They put the Boston Bruins on the map with the
Oh
with
man,
the with the
listen,
black and gold shit.
in in the city, if you wore that hat, then you was down with them, and no one wore those shirts or those hats unless they was a part of them.
Oh yeah, so they they
So
they
you
they
know
they uh
who they were.
they commandeered it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the problem they had with Marky Mark because he wore it in like a video or something,
Ah,
and that made them go crazy.
so it's like, oh, you got to pay the tax,
Exactly,
young fella.
exactly,
Only ripping
exactly.
them what's the briefs, Calvin Klein briefs off you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta pay.
All right, well,
Word
let's
up.
flip it to the other side with Gangstar and
Yep,
Big Sugar, Gangstar Foundation. Um,
yep.
what was their presence in the city?
Now, with me and Guru, I met him in '85. Um, and his DJ, the original Gangstar DJ, DJ Mikey D, was before
Mhm.
Premier.
Okay,
And he lived in my neighborhood. He lived down the street from me. So he
okay,
was the DJ, one of the DJs in the neighborhood. So everybody, all the rappers would go to his house. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And rock. Guru we always there all the time, man. Over there rocking. And I was actually after when they got their first deal with Stu Fine, he came up to Boston with Wild Pitch. I met him because Guru was trying to get me a deal next. with Wild Pitch, and it didn't work out. And then he moved to New York, and the rest is history. The group broke up and kind of split to Gangstar and Gangstar Posse. I don't know if everybody out there is familiar, but there was a time for about maybe 2 years when the first Gangstar record with Premier and Guru, there was another Gangstar, which was Gangstar Posse.
Nah.
And it was the original
You know
D. They had disc records and everything.
With Mikey D?
Yeah, well, Mike, he was just a DJ and producer. So he didn't rap. They had got 2 new MCs, my man Shav and this other cat named Smitty. And they both had bars, and they was going at Guru hard, man.
Damn, I'm gonna have to look that up. What label were they on?
Gangstar Posse. Put that in, and it'll all come up.
That's crazy.
They had
and then how was
man.
What?
I said they had records out at the same time. When the first Gangstar album came out, yeah, man. And Guru's even dissing him in Take It Personal. He's dissing the DJ. He mad because I don't come around the way. It's all about him. It's
okay.
crazy.
So do you think it, like, not only did they break out, were they upset that Guru went to New York, or what was it?
No, well, the original DJ went to New York too.
Okay.
But then he didn't like it, and he moved back. And Guru was like, "I'm staying." And so that's how they kind of separated on that aspect. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, they was a little heated here because Guru was getting more shine with the name, that they kind of thought that they all originated together. But if you talk to Big Shug, he was the one who originated the name and gave it to Guru, and then Guru gave it to, so who knows?
That's what I've always heard, that Shug was the original, and so whatever Shug was down with was the law.
And that whole time when I was with Guru and they got their first deal, Wild Pitch, the original Gangstar, if you look at their first record, it's with the DJ and with my boy Damo, another dude. It's a Guru and the original DJ and some other dudes, Boston dudes, on the cover.
But
Shug's
they didn't have a video for it because
I don't think he was. Nah, they didn't have a video. There was no videos. It was like 89.
Okay.
It was around 89 that they signed. Then they put out their first record, not with Premier. There's a Gangstar record without Premier with Guru and the original DJ. It was a 12.
It's on Wild Pitch. What was the record called?
It's called The Lesson. It's on Wild Pitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it, but I just didn't know because.
Yeah, I think it's called The Lesson. So yeah, man, they had their Boston kind of back and forth, with that. But it was more localized. It wasn't, everybody didn't know. It was more local.
Yeah, because I really wasn't up on it like that. And I guess if you want to say the originals, you got to go to New Edition. And even though they wasn't hip hop, I kind of consider them hip hop a little bit. They had the flavor.
They the originals.
Originals. They the originals, right?
Everybody, listen, everybody loves them. Everybody. There's nobody that doesn't love them. Look, I'm saying in Boston, just, Boston and Mass is like the state of hate, man. Because, not a lot of people make it. There's a lot of haters that be hating on you because, they ain't make it, whatever. And,
right.
Not everybody. It's a lot of love here, but there's a lot of hate too. You know what I'm saying? But for New Edition, there's no hate. It's
universal. You can't front on New Edition.
No one. And Mike's my man. He's a good dude. Ron, those are some good dudes. And Bob, of course.
Yeah, Tantizi like Ronnie.
Yeah, Ron's my brother. Great dude, man.
I'm trying to get her to say something.
Hey, man, phone.
Say what?
I said we could get Ronnie on the phone. You got a birthday coming up soon or something?
She's like, yeah, Ronnie, great. Bring Ronnie on the phone. Like, call him, get him on the call.
Word.
Yeah, I definitely plan to get Mike on the show real soon.
Yeah.
That's my guy. For real.
Yeah. So yeah,
You
New
know,
Edition Worldwide Love. And Maury Starr does not get enough credit, for what he did.
word. Yeah, because I don't know, a lot of people don't remember the Johnson crew.
Yeah, exactly.
He had the Johnson crew, Maury Starr. Didn't he do
Yep.
didn't he do Madonna's first stuff too?
I don't know. I think he's done. His legacy he needs a movie. We need a Maury Starr because he was kind of a little, not to the Barry Gordy stage, but more, making successful groups, man, and making some
Yeah, he found it.
Yeah, he made a lot of successful groups, man, from 70s, on up, man. So, man, he definitely has a story. And I remember like in the 90s going to his studio because he had a studio in Roxbury and mad cool brother, man. Like smooth brother, man. Like
That's what's up. And I'm just glad that you shared that because Boston does have rich hip hop history, just musical history.
yeah, I think
overall.
Him too.
Say what?
Remember Pac Jam?
Pac Jam. Yeah.
I think
that was the Johnson crew.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly.
The Johnson crew. They had Pac Jam, they had Spaces, The Place.
Yeah, man.
We Are the Johnson crew. And then you got also Nucleus, right?
Yep, I think so. I think
Let's
and
jam,
we had
Radioactive. Let's jam.
If you want to go to the 70s, Tavares.
Yep.
They from here.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and they back in the 70s, man. So we got a history of some good music coming out, and that's
Absolutely.
just on the black side. If you start talking on the white, there's a whole lot. Aerosmith, the Cars, Boston. Yeah, there's a lot, man. So yeah, nice history of music. Yeah, musical city for sure.
Well, speaking of good music, let's talk about some of the newer projects that you're involved in right now. I know it's a lot. Tell me about every one of them.
I got, the last album. I'll just go back for the people who, haven't heard anything or whatever the case may be. Excuse me. The last album I put out was called Freedom, and I put that out in 2017. And I also put out a documentary with that album, which is, on Amazon Prime. You can stream that there now, or Vivo, any streaming services. It's called I Gotta Have It, the documentary. And it's basically about the song and kind of about my whole career and what the song did for me. That one song got me talking to you right now, 30 years, right. Almost 30 years later. So it's a documentary, very good, 54 minutes. Y'all check it out if you get a chance, rent it or buy it, either or. So that's the last thing I did. I was going to put out a new project this year, but obviously with COVID, we just kind of held back. So the first project I got coming out is a group, me and my man Insight. We got a group album, and he's another local artist. Been doing his thing for years, since mid-90s and all of that, man. Very creative brother. Like, he makes apps, does all kinds of stuff, man. Made all the beats for the project, did all the scratches. Like, he's crazy. He's one of these crazy dudes, man. So that album is gonna come first. And we don't have a title. I think we're just calling it Edo and Insight, basically. And yeah, that's coming first. And then I don't know when I'm gonna drop my solo album next year. I'm gonna figure that out, as we're moving closer and other projects are dropping. But I do got the Edo G and the Bulldogs album that we're about to start working on because next year is our 30th year. And we haven't never done an album together. It's really just the Edo G and the Bulldogs albums is just me rapping. And them, you know.
I was going to ask you, what do the Bulldogs do? I never knew.
Yo, they did rap.
What the fuck do the Bulldogs do?
We did tons of songs back then, but when the labels was picking the songs, they was picking just all the songs with me, basically. You know what I'm saying?
I know that didn't go over well.
Yeah, of course, with the crew, they're like, nigga. So, you know, it's crazy then. But now we're going to finally get to do an album together with all of us. And, you know, I think it's going to be really dope, man. And for the 30th year anniversary, people get to hear them spit, and they all dope still. You know what I'm saying?
Finally get the bark, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they put out a bunch of projects themselves over the years, you know, albums and different stuff. But, you know, it's not. This will get them the shine that they really need. So they're going to go on tour. Man. They'll get to see everything, you know. And I did a show with them that Yo MTV Raps. We did that 30th year a few years ago in Brooklyn. And they came out with me and performed. So it was dope, you know. So I get to, they still come and perform with me like when it's home and they can make it. They'll come and do I Gotta Have It. You know what I'm saying? We'll do the dance. It looks dope. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People like that, man.
That's what's up.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead. I think you finished.
Yeah, and you know, I got another project I'm doing with my brother in London, DJ Yoda, and Bamboo, his producer out of the UK. We about to start that project. That's gonna come out next year. And I got another album with my man Flip over in Austria. You know, I work all around the world, man, doing projects with different people and different stuff like that. And that's what most of you artists out there, if you listening and watching, make sure you know, work with other people, man. Do other projects. Don't be limiting yourself to just your mixtape and only your stuff. You know, spread your wings, man, because you could do something with somebody over here that could pop over there, that could pop everywhere else. So, you know, you never know. So I got a lot of projects, a lot of collaboration projects with a few different people, producers and, you know, MCs and stuff like that, man. So, yeah, and then my album, I think I'm gonna release that around the same time as the Edo G and the Bulldogs album, somewhere around that, so we can kind of coincide and rock all of those at once.
All right, and because I know you, I know that you're like a constant world traveler. You know what I mean? Your music just takes you around the world. So the fact that, you know, with the whole COVID situation and not really getting out like I know that you're used to, has it affected the way you're recording? Because I know for myself, like I haven't done a lot of recording for myself since the whole COVID thing. Just because I'm like, man, you know, I really,
you don't get the motivation.
Well, not even motivation. It's just like, you know, usually you go out, you experience things, and then you talk about it. Now, keep in mind, we're experiencing a lot when we see, you know, we can look into our computer screens, our phones, and see what's happening around the world. But just being out and touching people, you know, I'm like, I'm not in a rush to just make music for the simple fact of making music.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just now coming around to it to even feel like, yo, I want to say something.
Yeah, I got you. For me, it was kind of the opposite, man. I think it slowed me down and gave me more of an opportunity to do more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because moving and traveling all the time, you don't get, you know, the opportunity to just, of course, I'm through with the crib now. I'm ready to be the fuck out. But I'm saying,
yeah, you're like, let's go.
Early on, I just took it as a, you know, I'm locked down in here. You know, I might as well be creative and, you know, bang out a bunch of joints, finish this project, do this. I did a lot of features early on during COVID. People was just hitting me every other day. Yo.
Right.
So I did, you know, a bunch of that. and then a bunch of the stuff that I needed to get done for myself, musically, and projects that I was working on, knocking them out. So yeah, man, for me, it's been good. Now I feel like I've loaded the gun. It's like an extra long clip of music, and I'm ready the next year when we open back up to just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you just got it all locked in. You ready to just hit them with it. Like I've done a lot of features more so, but I feel like in a similar way, I just feel like when I do start for myself, that is gonna hit like that because it's all built up in me. Like most of the recording that I've done is just when people want me to be on stuff.
You're gonna keep
Say
going.
What?
I said once you get in that zone, you just gonna keep going. Like once you get on it, you're gonna be like, woof.
Yeah, I kind of took a lot of the downtime to venture into some other things, other you know business ventures or things that I wanted to try.
Exactly.
Because we can always go right. Mike is right there.
The music is always there for us.
Yeah, the music is our foundation. So
I got is with my brother Def Jeff, West
Yo,
Coast legend.
Yeah, that's my guy.
I am bringing Def Jeff back to the mic. We already got like 4 songs done.
You lying?
Nah, I'm not lying. We're doing a whole.
Hey, Def Jeff is dope.
Yo, he's super dope. Like he got bars for days, man. And he was one of my favorite artists, believe it or not. He's the only one featured on my first album.
Is that right?
Mean, there's another guy rapping on there, but nobody knows who he was. He was just a friend of Ted and them. You know what I'm saying? So we put him on. But Jeff was the star.
He was the feature.
He was the feature of the whole album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Jeff is my people from way back.
I love him, man. And we got a dope project together, man. And I'm gonna be going down to Atlanta soon to finish it up with him. Knock out the rest of the joints.
Yeah, man. I just love it how you just, like you said, you go out and you record with everybody. You did the joint with Pete Rock. You know what I mean? And you feature with everybody. I love the track. I really love the one you did with Chuck D some years ago. What was that one?
Oh yeah. That was called Fight. The song was called Fight. Yeah.
That shit was dope. So, and then of course the stuff with Master Ace. I had Master Ace on the show not too long ago. And then I was asking him, the audience, the chat room was asking when you guys are going to do another project. And he was like, man, I don't know. Is it what's going on with that?
Nah, there's nothing going on with that. I mean, me and Ace, we are brothers for life. If we ever collab again, then it's going to be the right timing and everything's going to be, right. You know what I'm saying?
You got it. See, you my man more than Ace is. I couldn't go in with him, but I'm asking you, like, what the fuck? Because he was just like, man, I don't.
It's not no business. It's not anything like that. It's just me and Ace. We kind of two different people. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he don't like weed smoke or different things. So there's different particulars, that you have to come together on. And the project.
Yeah, so y'all not hangout buddies. Y'all could do
and we are hangout buddies. Just not like drinking and smoking hangout buddies. You know what I'm saying? We hang out buddies for football, for other shit. You know what I'm saying? Different shit. But that's my brother for life, man. And people have been asking me the same question, for every time, yo, when y'all gonna do? Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, but he was like, no.
Oh no, well then, if he said no, then it's never gonna happen then.
Yeah, he's just like, man, I forget how the question was posed, but what I took from it, he's like, I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was a project, it was a thing that we did. It was dope, and it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? But for everybody else, they want more. You know what I'm saying?
They just accept it for what it was.
I mean,
that's it.
I done put out, I don't know, maybe like 5 albums since then. So
yeah. So you just
and he's been on it. He's actually on the last album.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I'm
it
saying?
ain't like y'all gonna work together, just
Yeah,
going from
he's
that
still
whole
my brother,
process.
like I said.
Like you've
But
already done it.
yeah, doing another project is a it's a different thing. It's like getting some crazy group back together that was the Spice Girls or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like it's
Like
just gonna
that.
take a
Yeah,
lot.
it had its time, and at that time has run its
Yeah,
course.
and the energy is not there for that. We'll do songs. If I need him to jump on something, or if he need me to jump on something, no problem. But yeah, project is a little more difficult with the brother. Like you see, I do mad projects, so I'm easy to work with. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I know you do your thing. No, I'm laughing because I know how that shit is, right?
Listen, man, the God is a different,
Yeah. I mean, even on the show.
it's not him, it'll be.
And it was like pulling teeth. It was like pulling teeth to get my man to open up a little bit. Like,
listen, man. That's my brother. That's all I can say, man. Love it.
Nah, it's good. It's good. So what do you have an immediate single that you're about to drop, or are there any? So let me ask you this: since the pandemic, like I said, it made everybody slow down, so it gave you time to kind of reflect, but then also to maybe pick up some hobbies or do some things, maybe clean your garage that you've been wanting to do for years,
Oh
and
man,
now you had time to do it.
I took up
So tell me
painting.
something new that you've done
Yeah,
since
I took up
that you hadn't had.
I took up painting, man. I was doing me
Okay.
and my son. We was doing mad canvases. It's not like super ill or nothing, but it was therapeutic for
Right.
the time. And not really too much else. I didn't like learn how to crochet or make clothes or do anything else. I was
Right.
really on I was really on the music, man, just trying to stay focused on banging out joints, man, and getting ready.
That's dope. Well, I can't wait till the shit come out.
Yeah,
You gotta
the
send it
first
to
is
me. So let my man
yeah.
DJ always get that thing going.
I definitely will send you the album when it's up. We already got the Insight album pressed up. We already got the vinyl press. So we're just waiting for next year, and
Word.
and we're gonna
And
start
when things
banging that up.
open up, I'm definitely gonna get out that way because, like I said, I'm doing some stuff with Scotty from the Funky Bunch. We kind of did some stuff together, and I know he promotes shows and things because we were supposed
Yeah,
to come out there and do a joint with him, a show for him or whatever, a showcase, whatever you want to call it. So I know
yeah.
every time I come out there, I hit you up anyway.
Oh man, yeah. Last time you blessed me something crazy, dude. Like
Oh yeah,
I had that back
and
for
in a couple of weeks we play your crazy Patriots.
yeah. It's going down. Who's your team? The Niners
The
still?
Niners. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Still,
yeah, y'all suck right now.
yeah, but we're gonna beat y'all. It's cool.
Hell no. Cam gonna be back. He's
As
COVID
long as we
free.
don't catch COVID from you niggas.
He's
Not
COVID free, man. He's COVID free,
y'all
man.
spreading that germ everywhere.
Listen, man.
I don't even know if I
That's
want to send my team to play y'all.
listen. Look, Jimmy G. He can't beat us. He's scared. Is he even playing or he's out for the year?
I think he's gonna play. We're gonna see.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Well,
gonna everybody gonna have to wear a mask. God damn, you handicapping my squad.
listen, bro. Listen, man. Y'all will be all right. Y'all come in here and get y'all ass kicked, and that's it. Go back home. Take the long flight. It's a long flight when you
Well, you know I'm
lose.
gonna hit you. We have to put something on it. We
Oh
definitely have
yeah,
to put something on it.
yeah. Holla at me, brother. And I'm gonna be out there too. Like after the new year, I'm gonna come out there for
Okay.
the winter. So right after the 1st of January, I'm gonna be out there for like maybe a month or two. I'm gonna
Okay.
stay
Well, hit
with my
me up.
out there. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get at you so we can link, do some stuff,
I'm gonna
man.
come where I'm gonna come wherever you at.
Yep, no doubt.
All right. Well,
Yes,
shit,
sir.
man. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank
Oh
you,
yeah,
brother.
let everybody know where they can find you on all socials and everything if they want to get in touch.
The social you NOG Hip Hop Facebook. That's the EdoG official page. And EdoG Pics on Instagram, and EdoG Boston on Twitter. I know it's a lot of different names, but
yeah, you gotta consolidate it.
You know, yeah, I gotta consolidate it. But if I could, I would. They gave me all these different dumb shit. So, you know, I mean, with the Facebook page, but whatever, man. Follow your boy. Follow me on Instagram. That's the best way. You can get everything else from there. I'm there mostly.
Yeah, that's the hub, right? You get all of
yeah. EdoG Pics, PICS.
And link in bio.
Yeah, everything is in there, man. It's all in the Instagram. So, you know, go there and you can hit me for anything.
All right, well, shit, man. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna let you go, but definitely look for my call or text in a few weeks when we come out there to whoop that ass.
I'm looking forward to it, of course.
All right.
All right, man.
All right,
salute, my brother. Stay safe. Peace to everybody that was tuned in, man. Y'all stay safe.
There it is.
One love,
Peace.
man.
All right, late. There it is, EdoG. Yeah, we pretty much have a wager every time Boston teams play Bay Area teams, whether it's the Warriors and the Celtics or the Patriots. You know, I don't do the Sharks, the hockey stuff, but it's all good. I'm not sure what it's looking like. I just, you know, I'm being very transparent with the audience. You know, I'm always trying to get better for y'all. So, you know, I just got this new webcam. I'm not sure if the vocals is lining up. Tom Teasy, you there? You gotta unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm here. Okay, wait.
I guess
I'm here.
not.
I'm here.
Nah, I said, you know, is it? I can't because I can't see it. Are the vocals lining up yet? You know, we're breaking in this new webcam, just trying to get the production value to show up a little bit. But if not, you know, I'll fix it when it posts on the site a little bit later.
Do you want me
to
answer?
Saying?
Can you
Sure.
You need more light.
I can hear you
right now.
Aw.
Yeah, you need more light.
Producer.
Like your other light.
Yeah. Let me get it popping.
There you go.
That was the intimate. I don't know. How about that? Is that more like?
That's better.
So now you can see. I hope everybody voted too. And while you're voting, whether you're doing it by mail or if you're going in person, make sure you get your vote hump dump Trump T at GU. Say what?
Stand up.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
You know, this is a sample. So the ones you're gonna get on the site won't have a black shit around it, but and you can pick up the hat while you at it too. The Do What You Like hat. The shit is the snapback, wool snapback. Shit is heavy duty, and of course, you know it's at dumerch.com. Check out 9tshiphop.com. The link is, if you're watching this on YouTube, as you are right now, in the info box below. Make sure you click it. Support your guy. You know, I don't got my super chat set up yet, so right now that's the only way, you know, or the best way that you can support us and get something great in return. Vote, hump, dump Trump. That's it. And you know, this is limited because once the whole election shit is over with, you know, these things is gonna fall by the wayside, and hopefully we don't have to use them again. If you know what I'm saying, you know, to be vote, hump, dump somebody else, because you know how this shit go. They all do what they do. But I hope everybody is going to vote if you haven't already. Me and Tom Teasy, you know, we did the mail-in joint. Ours went in. Teasy, yours already got accepted, right?
Yeah, I got notification.
Word. She got the notification.
I'm sure yours.
My crazy self.
I'm sure yours did too. You just didn't sign up for that feature.
Yeah. She told me to sign up, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna
He never
take, you know,
listens
we
to
sent
me,
them out at
y'all.
the
He
same time.
never listens to me. This is
You
proof.
couldn't wait to say that, right? Um, you know, I didn't come up with the hip hop trivia, so I don't have the what do you call it, multiple choice questions that you guys wanted so easy. Um, but I can come up with one on the spot. And this week we'll be giving away the 90s hip hop t-shirt. Um, I believe we have all sizes available. Either or, black or white. You know, if you win it, whatever I have the size available, I'll send it out. And so I'm just gonna come up with a trivia question off the top of my head.
Disclaimer,
I'm gonna say it. I know, disclaimer. What?
Derek Mallory. I don't know if he's still here.
Oh yeah, Derek Mallory. You know, you can't win it.
You're on the list.
That's my guy. I, I love Derek though, because he know his shit. He on it. And Danger Will, he can't win either if he's on there. You know, I can't see the chat. Um, but let's see. Let's keep it with Boston and something that I mentioned. Name the or one of, because it was two, one of the lead rappers from Nucleus, which is a hip hop group from Boston that did Radioactivity. Let's jam, and wiki, 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 wiki. Name one of the lead rappers. Tatizi, you have to let me know what the guesses are. First person to guess it will get a 90s hip hop t shirt, courtesy of 90shiphop.com.
We have a question.
Sure.
Can Dyer win?
Yes, because Dyer has never won before.
Okay.
What's the answer, Dyer?
We know you know it, Derek.
Hey, I got to send Derek something special because he know everything.
I'm just waiting.
Say what?
I'm just waiting for an answer from someone.
Okay. Well, while we wait, I like to get you guys' opinion. You know, we give it a few minutes because it is time to get on out of here. But I do want to give away a shirt. Um, Real quick in the chats, what are you guys' thoughts on everything that's going on with Ice Cube right now, and really sitting down at the table with you know, Trump's camp to try to get something done for the people? You know, I have my opinion, but I'd like to hear real quick if anybody has an opinion on it. Because he said, you know, he did say he don't care. He's not really tricking. It's whoever's going to do something for us. That's who he's willing to talk to. If somebody really want to talk about doing it's Cosmo D. Yeah, baby, that's me.
I was buffering and I had to restart the stream.
Ah,
Okay, we're back on.
oh, it was off.
Yeah, I was buffering, so I restarted the stream.
Oh, okay.
You see the chat?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Anybody get it? Let's see. I'm
No,
looking.
doesn't look like it.
Oh, Ralph said he's still waiting for mass. Ralph, I got you, cuz. We are gonna make some DU merch, Digital Underground Mass, very soon. Um,
Dyer
well,
says he knows, but he was trying to give somebody else a chance.
somebody a chance. Dyer, don't you already have a 90s hip hop t-shirt? I think he does. Depending on what size shirt, Dyer, if you guess it, then I'll try to get you a Going Way Back show t-shirt if I have your size. because I know I'm limited on those. And if not, man, Derek Mallory, just go on and say
For the fun,
it. There'll be
not
no
for the.
winner, but I know Derek. He's the guy. Well, say it then, Dyer, if you know it. We ain't got all night. Yeah, my chats is coming in. Yes, sir. Cosmo D. Yeah, baby, that's me. Derek and Dyer. Y'all got it. What up, Anna, Erica, Derek, Ralph? Yeah, I'm just going through, kind of giving shout outs before we get out of here since I can see the thing now. Um, everybody that jumped on, as
Arlen,
always. Carlin. Who else, Tanteezy? Shout them out.
Erica, Carlin, Derek, Ralph. Let's see.
And the whole entire world. All right, well, there it is. Um, Once again, I was glad that my guy, Ed OG, popped in. We go way back. Um, Todd Teasy, thank you, as always. And I promise to have, Carlin, I know you mentioned that I should bring back the Who Said It's for the artists. So we'll definitely get that popping next week.
Thanks, Carlin.
Yes, sir. Thanks for that. We will have a predetermined hip hop trivia question for you, the audience, to win either 90s hip hop t shirt or the Going Way Back Show t shirt. While supplies are available, I'm going to keep getting them. So I love giving away stuff, and I want y'all to wear my shit representing. But also support you some shit. You know what I mean? We're going to step on out.